Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
It was mentioned once that in a village called Tabi, there lived a wealthy man named Saqib. He was a very proud and arrogant person. He was proud that the highest house in the village belonged to him, and he was considered a great landowner in the area as he owned many lands. But he was a very cruel person. He considered people of lower status than him to be insects. Once, Saqib was wandering in the village when he found an old woman named Shamim. Shamim was a very old and poor woman. The villagers had given her a place to live. Shamim's eyesight was very weak, and due to this, she could not see the stone lying on the road and fell. Saqib was attracted to Shamim, but instead of helping this old and helpless old woman, he immediately turned away and went his own way. Shamim lay for a long time like an abandoned person on the road, and she bled profusely. After a long time, a villager saw Shamim Bibi and started making a noise. Hearing his noise, the villagers gathered together, and all of them picked up Shamim and took him to Dr. Hamid and bandaged him. The villagers already hated Saqib a lot, and after this incident, hatred for Saqib increased more in his eyes. For this reason, all the villagers collectively complained to the village headman about Saqib's behavior. The village headman was a very kind-hearted person who had compassion for the poor and helpless. He immediately instructed Rafiq, the village headman's servant, to gather the village dignitaries and sent a message to Saqib to attend the village council. In the village council, Saqib was asked by the village headman,
"Why did you do this? An elderly woman fell badly in front of you, and instead of helping her, you took your way."
Saqib proudly replied that,
"I did not consider these poor people so important. I was not responsible for Shamim's fall, so why pick him up?"
Having said this, he walked away from the village council. The villagers were more worried by this behavior of Saqib. A son of Saqib named Owais was studying in the city. One day, Owais was walking in the city park when he thought of his mobile phone, and he started to feel his pockets. But when he did not find his mobile, he started thinking that
maybe my mobile was not left somewhere in the hostel.
So he went out of the park to get his mobile. His hostel was on the other side of the road in front of the park. He hurriedly started to cross the road. He was in the middle of the road when a speeding car hit him hard and sped away. Owais lay alone on the road in a pool of blood for a long time, and then gradually many people started gathering around him, but no one called an ambulance. After some time, a good man came and called an ambulance. After a few moments, the ambulance arrived at the scene, making its characteristic sounds. Young men emerged from the vehicle, placed Owais on the emergency bed in the ambulance, and transported him to the hospital with the helpful man. He was promptly treated. After some time of examination by the doctors, a senior doctor came out of the ICU and inquired from the people in the hall
as to who had come with this patient.
"I have come."
The doctor turned toward him with a gentle tone and said,
"As long as there are good people like you in this world, humanity will continue to benefit. The good news is that the patient is now out of danger, but if there was a little delay, there was a fear of losing both his legs. May Allah reward you well."
The phone number in Owais's pocket was called and informed at his house, and after some time Saqib reached the hospital with his wife in distress. When he came to know that his son's life was saved by an unknown and good person who did not even know his son, he saw all this and remembered his situation, that Shamim was from my village. Why not save him from falling? Seeing Saqib's changing behavior, all the villagers forgave him, and now everyone is living happily in Tabi.
Subscribe.